Hello, welcome to the next session. This is regarding ASP Active Server pages. So I would like to explain you about the introduction towards the Active Server pages. So ASP stands for Active Server pages. These are nothing but the web pages which contains the server side scripting and also usually includes the additional mixture of the text and HTML tags. The server-side scripts are special commands in web pages that are processed before the pages and are sent to the web server with the help of the web browser. And in the case of an ASP, the process is simple. Except there is an extra processing step that plays just before the web server to send a file. So before the web server sends an active server page to a web browser, it runs all the server side scripts contained in the pages. ASP is not a language, but ASP is a technology which is developed by the Microsoft, and the extension of the ASP is .asp, and it contains the information, or it contains the web pages related to server side scripting in addition to the HTML code. So the ASP pages are browser independent, so the web page with the ASP extension .asp can be viewed by all the browsers. So here we use ISS package, that is Internet Information Services, which passes the request to the ASP search engine. So ASP search engine reads the ASP file line by line and executes the script in a file. So if you see the diagram which I have drawn here, so this is a browser and this is the web server. Normally in HTML, this browser will send a request to the web server, and it will the server will searches and retrieves from the hard disk, and the server returns the file to your computer and it displays on the web browser. So this is what happening in the HTML. Let us know what is going to happen in ASP now. So when the browser request a particular request to the web server, the server searches and retrieves the file from the hard disk. If there is an ASP code, then it processes it, and after processing, the server returns the file to the computer, and whatever the process it have processed this ASP file, while it is transferring towards the web browser side, the ASP code will be converted to the easy understandable HTML code. So this is what the difference between the working of HTML and ASP. So the interaction will be uh, done in a very simple manner in ASP also. So coming to the next part, that is advantages of ASP. Let us see the advantages of ASP now. This is what the advantages of ASP. The ASP programs are dynamically changed, edited and added, whereas a web page can be customized. A web page can be customized to make it most useful for the individual users, and it provides simplicity and speed environment. It provides the security and clever ASP programs. It says that it minimizes the traffic. So these are the different types of advantages we can see here in ASP rather than HTML. So if you see the first program of ASP, so here in DHTML programs, we have used document.write to print a particular word. So a particular word, hello world, should be displayed. In ASP, we use response.write for printing a statement. So normally we use a HTML text, and in meanwhile we use some ASP code. So here the symbol percentage is called as an entity, that is nothing but a parameterized entity. So if I execute this particular program, so automatically with the extension of .asp, the output is hello world. So going for the next ASP program. So in this program, I would like to display the date. So there is a predefined word called date. So this is a parameterized entity. So saying that to display the today's date. So this output will display the present date. And coming to the third program, to display the current time. So if I need to display the present time, so then I have to type in between the parameterized entities, that is nothing but is equals to time. So now here when I click on time, it prints the date and time at that particular time. So now in place of time, we can also execute is equals to now. So if I execute now, automatically it displays the time and date. So now how a form is used in ASP scripts. So first what I have to do is, there are two steps if I need to process the ASP scripts with forms. The two steps are, first create a form, then you process it. So what is a form? If you see this is a form. This is a form program. So this is a program first I need to develop. So we all know this is a client side program. So saying that to take the name and email as an input and clicking on a button called submit. So I'm using a form tag here. So asking information from the browser side being a user. So method is equals to post, action is equals to form underscore response. So whenever I execute this particular program, automatically the action will be performed from the form underscore response. So when I execute this, by default, this particular program will call another program called form underscore ASP. So form underscore response dot ASP. So what this form underscore response dot ASP is consisting of? This form underscore dot ASP is consisting of the date, the name which we are entering and the email which we need. So whenever I click on that particular HTML, automatically that HTML web browser document is by default, it is calling form underscore request dot ASP program to display my name and email ID. So this can be happened. So the values can be happened by using the line predefined word called request dot form. So if you observe here, I'm using request dot form. It is a predefined method to retrieve the value from the browser. So coming to the variables and constructs. So if I need to declare a variable, so the name is a variable. Color NO is a variable. So how do we declare? So the form field names can be saved as like this. So if I'm declaring a particular form, the name which I am retrieving from the browser is storing in a variable called the name. The value which I am retrieving from the browser color will be stored in a variable called color NO. So this is how I am going to represent variables in ASP programs. Coming to the next concept, constructs. Constructs are nothing but the control statements. So we all know if, then, else, for, next, do, while, do, until, loop, select case and end select are called the different types of control statements. The another name for the control statements are constructs. So before going to the constructs, let us know the how web browser is requesting the ASP engine, so that it will retrieve the data from the server or from the hard disk, and that ASP code will be easily understandable by converting into HTML code from the browser side. So thanks for watching. Thank you. We'll see the next constructs part in the next session. Thank you.